Hello. Is anybody out there in Sequoia land? Oh, good. I just saw somebody. Hi, whoever just joined me. My name's Maria Santoferraro, and I am really excited to be sharing a yoga class with the Sequoia Wellness community. It's been a while since I've been there to teach, so if I haven't seen you in a long time, hello. We're going to do a very slow flowing practice tonight with some breath, and I'm going to teach you a few things that I've been doing over these last few weeks while staying isolated that are really helping me to keep my spirits up, okay? So let's start on our yoga mats, and come to the center of your yoga mat. Let me just check and make sure that everything is good. Yes. Hi, Claudia. Hello. I just wanted to make sure everybody could hear me. So stand in the center of your yoga mats. Find Tadasana. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. It's been a long day if you've been sitting at your computer. Yeah. And then find Tadasana. Look down at your feet. Make sure they're parallel, hip distance apart. Press into the soles of your feet. Unlock your knees if they locked. Lift up from your kneecaps, like right here. Pull that muscle up. And then let the tailbone sink. Lift up out of your rib cage, all the way up to the crown of your head, standing nice and tall. Lift the shoulders up to the ears. Roll the shoulders back, palms facing forward. Let's just pause here for a moment, standing tall in Tadasana tonight. Yes, feels good. Take your arms all the way up overhead. Take a big breath in as you do. As you exhale, press your palms down, straight down, like you're pushing away. Wednesday, inhale, reaching up. Fill up, exhale, press down. Yeah, we'll keep this going just to get some breath with movement. Established here early in class. Exhale, pushing away what no longer serves. Inhale, reaching up for positivity, for peace. Exhale, pushing away anything that no longer serves. Go ahead one more time down. That feels good. And then bring your hands to heart center. We'll do something a little bit similar to that now. So take the arms straight up, big inhale in. As you exhale, cactus the arms, really strong. Hug the shoulders together. Keep bringing the elbows in towards your torso as you exhale, all the way back to Anjali Mudra at the heart. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale up, big sweeping movement. Exhale, arms, cactus down, and then all the way back to center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale up. Exhale, calm down, hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus down. One more time, up. Exhale down. Feels good to deepen the breath here. Take the arms straight up. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms up towards the sky. Wiggle up out of your waist a little bit. Maybe move around here a little bit. Feeling really solid in your feet. We're going to do something really sweet for the shoulders now. So as you exhale, bring the elbows over to the right, behind your head. Sweep them behind the back of your head, and then come all the way up. So we'll inhale down, exhale all the way back around. Just getting some of the joints moving this evening. Go ahead and switch and go the opposite way now. So take it over to the left as you inhale. Exhale as you come back around. A few more times. Yeah. All right. Next time your arms come all the way up like this. Press the palms up to the sky again. Look up towards the ceiling. And let your hips press forward a little bit. Take a little back bend here if that feels okay. On your next inhale, sweep the arms straight out in front of you. Exhale, press the palms forward. As you press back into your heels, press your tailbone back. Feel your shoulder blades really open and expand here. Next, inhale, sweep the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, press the palms down, hug the shoulders together as you exhale. You can look up towards the ceiling. So this is a little bit of a standing cat-cow. Let's do that again. Float the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, palms to the ceiling. Maybe there's a back bend there. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, press the palms away. Lengthen the space in between the shoulder blades. Belly pulls in. Inhale, arms sweep behind. Exhale, pull the shoulders down. Hug the shoulders together. Press your belly, your chest forward. Look up towards the ceiling. And let's do that one more time. Sweep the arms up. Big inhale in. Exhale, press the palms up to the sky. Maybe there's a back bend. Inhale, sweeping forward. Exhale, press forward. Inhale, arms float behind you. Exhale, nice shoulder rinse. Push the hips forward, the chest. And then come back to neutral here. Release your arms, let them just float out to the sides. That felt pretty good, that little release there. I want you to take your right hand and bring your right hand all the way around to your right shoulder. And then bring your left hand over top and bring your left hand to your left shoulder. And then give yourself a big, huge, honking hug. Maybe shake it here a little bit from side to side. And don't give yourself a wimpy hug, like a real, really tight squeeze in. This is what I call hug-asana. If you've been missing hugs, I know almost everybody is missing hugging. This is a nice thing that you can do for yourself. It releases oxytocin in your system, which is a feel-good chemical in the body, and it just, it's what we need to feel good right now. Float your arms back out. Let's do Hagasana, opposite direction. If you're feeling maybe you want to come down a little bit deeper in the ribs, that's okay too. We're going to do Hagasana a couple of times in class today, so I want to make sure you know how to do it. Sweep your arms all the way back up. Grab onto your left wrist. Pull the left wrist up. Now roll up onto your left toes. Sweep your left foot behind you. Come down onto your toes. Your right knee is bent. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up, and then take a little side crescent over to the right. You can look down at the ground or up at your elbow, just breathing some space into the left side of the body. Go ahead, release your arms, bring your hands to your waist. Step the left foot back to meet the right, Tadasana. Arms reach up, big breath in. Reach onto the right wrist, pull the right wrist up, roll up onto the right toes. Sweep the right foot behind you, stay on your toes, lift and lengthen here, and then exhale, come on over to the left, opening up the left side of the body. Either look down or forward or up at the ceiling. Bring your hands down to your waist, step your right foot up to meet your left, sweep the arms up overhead, maybe with a little woo-hoo, and then swan dive down over your legs. Come all the way down. Bend the knees as you come down. If the low back feels tweaky, you can put a block in front of you. And then inhale, just slide your hands to your shins or your thighs. Halfway lift up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Hook the thumbs up here. Little back bend. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Half sun salutations, arms float up, big breath in. Exhale, swan dive down over the legs. Halfway lift up, flat back, hug the shoulders together here. Exhale, head towards knees, and then inhale, reach up, big breath. Exhale, hands float to that place of gratitude, Anjali Mudra. Let's do this 1 more time. Sweep the arms up, big inhale in. Exhale, swan dive down over the legs. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. I'm going to hook the thumbs up here, take a little back bend, and then bring my hands to heart center. Pause here for a moment, thumb knuckles resting against the heart. You can feel the prana already starting to flow in the body from this movement. It feels good to be moving tonight. It feels so good to be practicing with you tonight. Take a moment here. If you haven't already, set an intention for your practice tonight. Let your hearts be full of gratitude. And take a big breath in with me. Open the mouth, sigh it out like, ha. All right. Come up to the front of your mats if you're not already up at the front of your mats. And I'm going to modify some sun salutations tonight. I have some injury. I fell last week on my knees, and they're really bruised up. So we're not going to do anything on the knees tonight. So I kind of came up with this modified sun salutation that we can do tonight. So listen along, because it's going to be a little bit different from a sun salutation. Find your Tadasana at the front of your mat. Float your arms all the way up overhead. Hook the thumbs. Take a little back bend here. Swan dive down over your legs. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back. Wiggle it back. Come up onto the toes. You can drop your right knee down here if you'd like, and your hands can be on blocks here if you'd like. But I'm going to leave my knee up and rise right up into a crescent lunge. Palms are facing inward. I'm pressing back through my right heel. The left knee is bent here. Take a big breath in here. If you want, you can take a little back bend. And then swan dive your hands down to the ground. We're going to step the left foot back to meet the right and come right into downward facing dog. Now, if this is too much for you, you're welcome to come onto your knees and do a tabletop or puppy dog pose or child's pose here. Spread your fingers wide, hug the shoulders together, lift your tailbone up as high as you can, and press the heels back, the thighs back towards the back of you. And we're just going to pedal out. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider apart. This is the first downward dog, so we're just really moving into this. You can stay right in downward dog or shift forward to plank pose, hugging the shoulders together, heels pressing back. On your next inhale, come back to downward dog. As you exhale, flow back to plank. These are optional. Come back to downward dog. Let's all come up onto the toes if you're on your knees. Just step right foot forward and then left foot forward. Look up towards your hands. Walk all the way up to the front of your mat. We'll inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Reach up. Big breath in. Hook your thumbs. Take a little back bend here. And then bring your hands to your heart. Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. Maybe take an inhale in, and as you exhale, just sigh it out. Let's do that on the other side now. Sweep the arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive down over your legs. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Left leg steps back this time. You can drop the left knee down if that's better for you. And remember, hands can be on blocks here if you need that extra support. Always a great idea to use the blocks. So either drop the knee down or come up slow. Maybe bring the hands to the waist first. If you're feeling a little unstable up on the toes of the left foot, you can always wiggle your right foot out for a wider stance. And then from here, we're going to float the arms up. Reach up. Maybe there's a back bend here in this crescent lunge. If the back knee is up, if your left knee is up, press back through your left heel. The right knee is bent right over the ankle. Take another big breath here. Swan dive down over your legs. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Find downward facing dog. And again, you can come down to your knees and do child's pose or puppy dog pose, or you can stay in downward dog. Remember to pedal your feet out. Keep lifting the tailbone up as high as you can. Yeah. And then your heels probably aren't all the way down to the mat. Mine aren't. I'm still warming up with you. So just keep pedaling here. Stay right in downward dog. If you want to do the shift into plank pose, inhale forward into plank. Nice long line. Hug the shoulders together. Reach to the crown of your head. Exhale, back up, down dog. Do that 2 more times. Inhale forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. 1 more time. Float it forward. And exhale it back, down dog. Let's all prepare to step up to the front of the mat. So come up onto your toes, look towards the hands. We'll meet up at the front of the mat, inhaling up halfway. Exhale, fold, root down, rise and shine. All the way up. Big breath in. And sweep your arms out to the sides here and come in for a Hagasana. And we'll just pause here, catching the breath, feeling how good it is to give yourself a hug. And actually hugging is a great way to boost your immune system. So even if you're giving yourself hugs, it's so good for you. All right. Release your hug, shake it out. Come to the center of your mat and take your feet about 2 to 3 feet apart. Let your toes point straight forward. And we're going to take the right toes and point the right toes to the front of the mat. Left foot's going to stay right where it is. It's parallel to the back of the mat. Now I'm going to bend my right knee to come into Warrior Two pose. And this feels pretty good. Actually, I feel like I can maybe back my back foot up a little bit so that this is going to be really challenging and sustainable for me. And then just take your arms straight out to the sides. Your left hip should be facing the side of the mat, but not not if you take your knee all the way out of alignment. So keep your knee right over your ankle, and then arms are to the sides. Let's surf out the arms a little bit. Yes. All right, look right down your right fingertips. This is Warrior Two pose. And from Warrior Two, we're going to straighten the right leg, bring the arms in, Hagasana, and then inhale, open back up, Warrior Two. Exhale, come on in, give yourself a hug. Keep that going, yogis. A few more times. You can't get enough hugs. As you hug, maybe practice your smile a little bit too. Yeah. One more time, Hagasana. Come back to Warrior Two, and we're going to flow this right into triangle pose. I suggest if you have a block that you grab it and put it right behind your right ankle. I like to put mine up on my highest height. Straighten the right leg. Reach your right arm forward as far as you can. And then lower your right hand down to the block or the ground or your shin or your thigh. Left arm bring to your waist. Peel your left shoulder, your left hip back. Yeah. Look down at your right foot. Press really deeply into the right foot and then pull the energy up your leg without locking your knee. So you're pulling from the top of the knee all the way up, and that right hip is pulling back. So right leg feels really active. Peel the left shoulder back, left arm floats up again. How about a little jazz hand up there on the top? You can't bring your arm all the way up, bring it out to the side, or leave it on your waist. It's up to you. Keep breathing here. One more big breath. And then lower down your left hand. Walk it all the way to the side of your mat. Come into a spread leg forward fold here. So you can wiggle the feet out a little bit wider. Pigeon toe the toes out so they're pointing at a 45-degree angle. A block here is great. Let your head melt down. And just breathe here in this spread leg forward fold. In fact, take an inhale in. Come up halfway. And exhale, fold it back down. Just let everything melt down. It's okay to have a little bend in your knees here. And yeah, just keep breathing here. We'll just enjoy this inversion for another breath or two. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and come up halfway and wiggle your feet back together an inch or two. Yeah. Now bring your hands to your waist and pressing down into the soles of the feet and hug your legs together. Use your legs, use your core. Come right up to stand. Whew. And when you get all the way up, put your arms all the way up overhead. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Yeah. All right. So looking back down at the feet, take your right foot, point it so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Flip your left toes to the front of the mat. Make sure you can draw a line from the front heel to the back heel, and then bend your left knee. We'll square the hips and heart to the side of the mat, but keep that integrity in the front knee, and then let the arms float up, warrior two. Look down your left fingertips, surf it out here a little bit. Yeah, just relaxing the shoulders, settle into a really sweet warrior two. So last time we did Hagasana and we gave the hugs to ourselves. This time I want you to think of someone you know who needs some extra love. Maybe it's the healthcare workers, first responders, somebody you know that's really struggling right now. And take an inhale in here. And as you exhale, come in for that Hagasana, but send your hug out to someone in need. And then inhale right back into warrior two. Keep that going. Hagasana. Yeah, and I think when you give a hug, you get just as much benefit as receiving a hug. So I'm sending out hugs to all of you that are practicing with me tonight. So good that you guys are doing this practice. It's good for us to keep moving and taking good care of ourselves. One more time, big hug up. And then float right back into warrior two. We'll straighten left leg. We're gonna come into triangle pose. So start to reach the left arm forward as far as you can. I'm gonna switch my block to the back of my left ankle. Left hand comes down to that block, right hand to the waist. Peel your right shoulder back, and then take that right arm straight up. Again, you're really powering the energy from the sole of your foot all the way up the left leg, pulling the left hip back, peeling the right hip back as well. Yes, good. Jazz hand up here on the top. Keep breathing. This and then lower down the left hand, swing, or right hand, swing it back to the center of your mat. Come back into your spread leg forward fold. So I'm gonna widen my stance a little bit here. If you can bring your head all the way down to the ground, you can do that. Or you could stack up blocks and bring your head to the block, whatever feels best for you. And just let the head dangle down, let the head relax. Take a big inhale in. Exhale it out. All right, bring your left hand to the block or to the ground, right underneath your forehead. Inhale and come up halfway. Exhale, peel the right arm up and come into a twist here. Look up at the right hand and lift up a little bit more. Try to lift and roll open a little more deeply into this twist. You're pressing into the soles of the feet, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, opening and twisting. Let's take one more breath here. All right, lower down the right hand, spread leg forward, fold. Take an inhale in, exhale it out. Right hand comes right below the forehead to the block or the ground. Lift up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, left arm floats to the sky. Your inhales are lengthening. Exhales, try to twist and open a little more deeply here. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Big breaths in and out. Let's take one more breath here. And then lower down the left hand. Bring your hands to the block or the ground. Scissor your feet in just a little bit. Hands come to the waist. Hug the legs together. Press into the soles of your feet. Use the legs. Use the core. Rise up on the inhale. Straight up. Whew. Scissor your feet together. Step them forward. Shake out the legs. Shake out the arms a little bit. Float your arms up overhead. Take a big breath in here. Hook the thumbs. Find a little back bend. And bring your hands to your heart. Pause here for a moment. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at peace. Say those 4 mantras to yourself. So good to offer yourself the gift of loving kindness. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at peace. All right. Whew. Shake it out, yogis. And find a block or something. I'm just coming over here to check and see how we're doing. Awesome. Okay. I want you to grab a block, and if you don't have a block, no worries. We're going to do Garudasana, eagle pose. And I like to use a block to help with balance, and you're also welcome to go to a wall and have a hand on the wall if you want a little bit of extra support. But my block is to the outside of my right foot, and it's down on its lowest level. So it's like this, not this or this. It's flat, and it's just over right here to the right side. So find Tadasana next to the block. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment. And just find your breath. Find your Ujjayi breath. Or just a slow, steady in and out breath. And we're going to float the arms up overhead. Big inhale in. And then exhale as you bend the knees and come into Utkatasana, fierce pose, chair pose. I always like to dance a little bit when I'm in chair pose, so my thighs don't remember what's happening to them. And it also makes me laugh. All right, roll up onto your left toes. And maybe bring your hands to your waist first. Cross your left leg over top of your right. Now, if you don't have a block, just bring your left toes down to the ground or wrap your left foot around your right leg. But keep your knees bent, hugging the legs together here. Now, take your arms straight forward. Left arm goes underneath the right. Bend at the elbows, and either then bring your hands to opposite shoulders or bring the palms together. Lift the elbows up, press the elbows forward, and then pause here and breathe. Yeah. So you're hugging the legs together, you're pressing the elbows together for some resistance. Deep, deep breathing here. Maybe try to bend the knee a little bit more deeply. Yeah. Stay with your breath here. I know this is challenging. I'm in this with you. Let's take one more breath together. And then start to straighten your legs. Release your arms straight out to the sides. Lift up your left leg and take your left leg straight out to the side. Flip your palms up and fly like an eagle. Say to yourself, wee. All right, bring your hands to your heart. Bring your left knee back up. We're not done yet. Take the left foot straight back behind you. If you have to drop down like I just did, that's okay. Wiggle your left foot back a little bit. Maybe wiggle your right foot. Right knee's bent right over the ankle. When you're ready, those arms go straight up. We're back to crescent lunge. We were here at the beginning of class. You can take the left knee down if you want. You can hook the thumbs. Maybe find a back bend here. Keep breathing. You guys got this. Take one more breath. And then bring your hands down to your waist. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Shake it out, Tadasana pose. Float your arms up overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive down over the legs. Grab your block. Oops, my block went flying. And bring it over to the left side. And bring your hands to your low back. Hug the shoulders together, press down into the soles of your feet. Root down, rise and shine all the way up. Big breath in. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close the eyes here for a moment, just breathing, catching the breath, preparing to do our balance work on the other side. Maybe say something really positive to yourself, like, I've got this. I am balanced. I am safe. I am secure. I am healthy. That's a really powerful mantra right now to say to yourself. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Bring your hands to your waist. Let's bend the knees. Come into Utkatasana. You can do your little chair dance. It really is a chair dance. And we'll roll up onto the right toes. Bring the right foot over to the left. Hug the thighs together. So that's our legs are set up now. And if you're not using the block, you can bring your toes to the ground, or you can wrap the right foot around the left leg. I'm going to use the block tonight. Sweep your arms forward. Right arm underneath the left, right where the elbow creases are. Bend there, either hands to the shoulders or palms together. You decide. Press the elbows forward. Lift up the elbows and then come down a bit. And I want you this time to really focus on your breath, but also to find your smile. Yeah. Notice how this changes when you smile. We've all been putting on masks lately, and I think when you have that mask on, or you have your arms in front of your face, you don't think that you have to smile. But it's just as important for us to share our light, to shine our light, to be smiling at everyone that we meet. Come on up slowly, straighten the legs. Release the arms, take them out to the sides. Lift up the right leg. Take the right leg all the way out. Whee, like a eagle, flying, soaring. Keep kicking that left or right foot up. You've got this. One more breath here. And then bring the hands to the waist, but bring your right knee all the way out in front. Let's take that really slow leg back, almost like as if you're coming in to airplane pose, but instead we're going to drop the right foot back down. So just do that really slow. Drop it down, come up onto your toes. I'm wiggling my left foot out here to widen my stance, wiggling my right leg back a little bit more. Both hips squared forward. Left knee right over the ankle. Arms reach up to the sky. Crescent lunge. You can lift up. You can take a back bend here. You can definitely smile. In fact, everybody shoot me a big, huge honking smile right now. Like, I want to see, I can't see you, but I can feel you. So let's all smile. A little smile asana to go with our hug asana. Yeah. Take one more breath here. Bring the hands to the waist. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Sweep your arms up overhead. Grab onto the left wrist, pull it up, and then roll up onto the left toe. Sweep the left foot behind you. Let's take that same little crescent, side crescent to each side here. Come back to neutral. Both arms float up. And we'll grab onto the right wrist, pull it up, sweep the right foot behind you, crescent over to the left. And then come back to neutral. Float both arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive down over the legs. Inhale. Inhale up, halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms all the way back up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Pausing here, breathing. Feels good to breathe. Catch your breath here. Come back to your intention. And find your inner smile again. And just notice how your energy shifts when you shift from a frown to a smile. All right, shake it out, everybody. Good work. Come up to the front of your mats. If you're not there, find Tadasana. We'll float the arms up on the in-breath. Exhale, swan dive down over the legs. Halfway lift up. Exhale, step back the right leg. Wiggle the left foot out. Let's come up into that crescent lunge again. Exhale, swan dive down. Step back to downward dog. This time in downward dog, we're a little more, not a little more, I think we're a lot more warmed up. So if you want to take a three-legged dog here, you're welcome to. You can float the right leg straight up, or maybe bend the right knee and do some hip circles here, whatever would feel good for you. Just kind of moving a bit. Lower down the right leg. Let's shift forward to plank again. Inhale there. Exhale back, down dog. Inhale, float forward, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Come up onto the toes, walk up to the front of the mat. We'll meet up in forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms all the way up. Big breath in. Let's just swan dive all the way back down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back behind you. Wiggle the right foot out. Let's come up into that crescent lunge, or you can have the knee down here. Big inhale in. Exhale, swan dive down. Right foot steps back to meet left. Downward dog. Stay in downward dog. You can come to your knees and go to child's pose or puppy dog pose here. So nice options if you need. Take the left leg up if you'd like, three-legged dog. You can do this three-legged dog from the knees as well. Maybe a little bend, twist, and open here, or some hip circles. Yeah. All right, lower the left leg down, shift forward to plank. Let's hold this plank for a couple of breaths. Inhale in, exhale out, inhale in, exhale out. Lower all the way down to the knees, the chest, and the chin. So come all the way down. I'm gonna scooch back here a little bit. Slide your forearms out in front of you so that they're out in front like the number 11. Your feet are a little bit wider apart, but you're pressing into the tops of the feet, pubic, forearms, and then lift up out of this for Sphinx pose. So hugging the shoulders together. Gaze is straight forward. Don't crank your neck back. You want to keep the gaze forward or down. The legs are active here. Yeah. I want you to find the smile again. Imagine you had a mask on and you were trying to smile at someone. And you have to really do it with your eyes. So can you really light up your eyes and let the person know that you're giving them a smile? Yeah. Take one more breath here. Lower down, cross your forearms. Bring your forehead to your forearms. And just bend your knees. Windshield wiper your legs from left to right a few times. We're going to do a couple more back bends. So let's just pause and take a rest in between those. Yeah, all right. Lower the feet down. Bring your hands to the sides of your body. So straight down the body, palms down. Forehead is still on the mat. Press into the tops of your feet, your pubic bone, and your hands. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Stay here, or if you want, lift the arms up, and if it feels okay, lift the legs up too. I'm going to keep my legs down tonight. And this is locust pose. You can take your if that feels good. Let your natural breath lift you up on each inhale. Getting some back bending tonight. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling up. 1 more time. Lift up as high as you can. Lower down. Turn your head to the left or the right. Whichever way feels best for you. Whew. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Yeah, it's good to just pause and catch the breath here. Let's do 1 more back bend. This time, forehead to center. If your shoulders are okay and there's no crankiness in your shoulders, interlace your fingers behind you, but keep a soft bend in the elbows. And if that doesn't feel good for you, arms can stay to the sides. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe the feet too. Arms are pressing straight back. We're lifting up in this bound locust pose. Keep pressing back through the feet, reaching through the crown of your head. Your natural breath rocks you up. 2 more breaths here. All right, lower down. Turn your head to the opposite direction. Arms to the sides. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. Yeah, so your head is still down. Yeah. Go ahead and start to gently lift yourself up and all the way back into child's pose. So take your knees out to the sides, lift yourself up, big toes to touch, come all the way back. Heels press back, or hips press back towards heel. Head comes all the way down to the mat. Gently rock your forehead from side to side. Walk your hands out as far as you can. If this is too much for you, leave the hips up and walk the hands forward into puppy dog pose. Whew! Let's take 1 more breath together here. And then come on up and find your way into an easy sit pose. And take your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. Give me a little woohoo from home. Woohoo! All right, bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana. And the key to Baddha Konasana is not to have your knees up like this, you know, and your back all rounded. You want to have your knees a little bit closer to the earth and a nice tall spine. You can hold on to your toes or your ankles. Wiggle around a little bit here. If you need to, if your back is still rounded, you can sit up on a folded up blanket or a block. Lift up and lengthen here as you inhale, and as you exhale, press the soles of your feet together. You can stay here if you'd like. You can reach head and heart forward, elbows pressing into the shins. Long spine here. We're not rounding the back. We're lengthening on inhales. Exhales, pressing the head a little more deeply towards the feet. Pausing here, breathing in and out. Just using this opportunity to take the focus inward. Imagine taking your focus right to the center of your forehead. And just breathing in there. All right, come on up if you went forward. And take the left leg out at an angle. Bring the sole of the right foot into the inner left thigh. If this knee is up real high, I want you to put a pillow or a block or something underneath it. And if you have a strap and you want to work with a strap tonight, you're welcome to use a strap. It doesn't have to be a fancy yoga strap. It could be a towel or a belt. And you would just wrap the strap around the ball of your left foot. If you're not using a strap, no worries. Lift up and lengthen here on the inhale. As you exhale, turn and twist out over your left leg. Start to reach the head and heart forward. I'm going to use my hands just to choke down the strap as far as you can. If you can reach your toes, that's great. Don't worry if you're not touching your toes. Don't worry if your chest isn't all the way down to your chin. What's most important is that you're flexing the left foot and you're inhaling and lengthening, and exhale, reaching the head and heart forward here. Keep breathing, yogis. Maybe find that smile. Everything seems to be easier and less of a struggle when we smile. Come up from this and release the strap. I'm going to have you take your left leg and bend the left knee and bring the left leg over to the side, and then bring your right leg over as well. And you're going to take your left leg and bring it right on top of your right, and the left heel, sole of the foot is kind of right on top of the right sole of the foot. Bring make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here, and then bring your right hand right behind your sit bone, not real far back. You want it right here so you can lift up and lengthen. Bring your left hand over to your right knee. We'll lengthen again as we inhale, and then exhale, turn and twist and look over the right shoulder. Make sure you're not dumping your head down. You want to keep the spine long, inhaling, exhale, twisting. I'm looking out my windows here and seeing all of the trees really start to blossom. Everything's turning green. It makes me so happy. Take one more breath here and come back to neutral. Good work. Take the legs out in front. Shake them out for a moment. Make sure you're sitting up tall again. If you need a blanket or something underneath you, put that there to lift up the spine a bit. Take the right leg out now, a little bit of an angle. Sole of the left foot comes into the inner right thigh. Use a block underneath your knee or a pillow. And flex your right toes. Use the strap again. If you need a strap around the ball of the foot, lift up and lengthen here on the inhale. As you exhale, twist the torso out over the leg, and then reach the head and heart forward and just choke the hands towards the strap or the foot down the strap. You can grab onto the outside of the foot with both hands. Your inhales lift you, your exhales, maybe press the elbows out so you can reach the head and the heart a little bit farther forward towards the toes. Breathing deeply here, inhaling and exhaling out. All right, one more breath here. Come on up, slow. Release the straps, swing the right leg over and the left leg. We'll bring right leg on top of the left. Right foot is on top of the left. And we're going to take the left hand behind us, right behind the hip. I'm actually coming up into a fist. Bring your right hand to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and look over the left shoulder. This is a little bit of a different twist. So keep breathing into this. One more breath in. Exhale, twisting from the belly. Come back to neutral. Take the legs out in front of you, shake them out. And find your way into the center of your mat. Take your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to roll onto the back. So bring your arms straight out in front, roll back slow, working the core a little bit as you come back. And when you get all the way back, hug the knees into the chest. This is another form of Hagasana. So rock from side to side, maybe bring your forehead up to your knees. Some ear kisses there. And then lower your head back down. Bring the knees down in front of you, knees bent. Take your right knee, hug it into your chest. Take your right leg straight up in the air. Point and flex the foot, rotate the ankle around a few times. Grab onto the back of the thigh, lift up, a little ear kiss, and then come down. Cross the right leg over top of the left. Figure four, so your ankle is right below your knee. Now this might be enough for you, so stay right here, or if you want a little more, start to pull the left knee in and reach around behind the back of the left thigh with your hands. Keep your head back on the mat and then pull the knee in to the point where you feel this. Not so much that you're in pain, but you want to feel a little sensation here. Keep both feet flexed and breathe. This is a reclined pigeon pose, and we'll hold this for a few breaths. Can hear the birds chirping tonight. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Nice, sweet little playlist tonight. Mother Nature providing that for us. I love that. And maybe rotate the left ankle a little bit. All right, lower down the left leg. Keep your right leg right where it's at in the figure four. Put your hands down on the mat. Lift your hips up a little bit. Swing your hips over to the right and then drop them down. And then I want you to take your left knee all the way over to the left. Keep your right leg right where it's at and bring your right foot down. And so the right knee's up. Cactus the arms out to the sides. And you can either look up or you can turn your head towards your right arm if that feels okay on the neck. And just take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. One more twist, a little bit more of a hip opener for you tonight. Inhale in, exhale out. And one more breath here. Go ahead on the next inhale and bring the knees back to center. Uncross the right leg. Gaze is up toward the ceiling. Shift your hips back to that neutral center position. Hug the left knee into the chest. Give it a big squeeze. Maybe rotate the ankle a couple of times. Take your left leg straight up in the air. Hands behind the back of the shin. Pointing and flexing the foot. And maybe lifting up for that ear kiss as you hug the leg in. And then lower back down, cross left leg over top of the right, figure four. Stay here or bring the knee in. And you are in your body, so I'm not going to tell you how far to come into this because you need to honor your body and do what's best for you. So these practices of yoga teach us to take good care of ourselves, self-care, never to push too hard in the poses, to honor your body. So tonight, that's exactly what I was doing. I was staying off of my knees, honoring those. Don't want to aggravate. And letting them heal. And we can also take care of ourselves by giving ourselves hugs every day, practicing our smile, all of those so good for making us feel better. All right, lower down the right leg, bring your hands down to the sides, shift your hips over to the left an inch or two, and then the right knee is going to go all the way over to the right. Left knee is pointing straight up. Cactus the arms. Keep both shoulders planted. You can look to the left if that feels okay. Or keep your gaze up. You might need to put something underneath the right knee if this is uncomfortable. And just take a couple deep breaths together here. We're all in this together. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale come back to neutral. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in, give yourself a hug. And we're gonna start to transition into Shavasana now. So I'm gonna rock up to seated, and you might wanna rock up to seated as well, so that you can put on socks or a jacket or a blanket. I'm gonna stay seated, but once you get comfortable, take your time so that this Shavasana is gonna be really good for you. You don't wanna rush into it. And once you get nice and warm and comfortable, come back onto your back. Take your feet out to the corners of the mat. Let your feet flap open wide. And arms are all the way out to the sides. Like lift up your shoulders, roll your shoulders out, flip your palms up, and take a sweet inhale in through your nose. And open up your mouth and just sigh it out like, ah. Yeah, Shavasana. So just relax everything. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to be. I will mind the time and let you know exactly when it's time to come out of Shavasana. Just start to notice your breath, yogis. Take a sweet inhale in through your nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Take your right arm and wrap it around your torso. Left arm on top of that. And then hug in nice and tight. Hug asana. Really squeeze in, give yourself a lot of love, a lot of gratitude, a lot of appreciation tonight. Eventually bring your knees in for the party and wrap your arms around your shins or the backs of your thighs. Hagasana, really big squeeze here. And then roll over to your right side and pause for a moment. Fetal position. Rest your head on your right forearm. Take another deep cleansing breath in and just sigh it out. And then find your way up into an easy sit pose. Get nice and comfortable. And one more time, once you get up, float the arms all the way up overhead. Sweep the arms around you. Hagasana. And then from your Hagasana, come right to Anjali Mudra. Thumb knuckles rest against the heart. Close your eyes here for a moment. Coming back to your intention. Just noticing how you feel right now. Find your inner smile deep, deep inside. Bring it up to your lips and up to your eyes. Just practicing that shining smile behind your mask that you can share with everyone you meet. It's so important for us now to be shining, being kind and loving to all beings. Don't let the mask keep you from shining your light out in our world. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. This has been such a treat to spend some time with my friends out at Sequoia Wellness. The light in me sees, honors, respects, and loves the light that shines so beautifully in each of you. Humbly I bow with gratitude. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Have a great Wednesday night. So fun hanging out with you.